The couple discovered something strange while playing around. In the middle of the night, someone was knocking on the door outside. This immediately ruined their mood. The man wanted to see who it was. However, when he opened the door, a thin woman was standing outside. Because it was very dark outside, they couldn't see each other's faces clearly. At that moment, the woman asked, "Is Tamir?" "No, I think you have the wrong home." The woman didn't say anything after hearing this. She stood there for a while before leaving. Jack was very confused. After all, they were in the middle of the forest. When he went outside, he found the woman standing in the distance watching them. Jack turned on the lights, but when he looked back, she was gone. The two returned to the house to rekindle their romance. Unexpectedly, Jack's asthma began to flare up. The asthma medication was in the car, but the car was at the repair shop due to a malfunction. Jack decided to ride his motorcycle to get the medication. Lisa, who was home alone, was video chatting with a friend. However, the knocking sound rang out again. Lisa put down her phone, thinking her boyfriend had returned, but when she approached, she found the knocking sound unusually urgent. It wasn't her boyfriend. Confused, she asked a question, but the other person didn't respond. They continued to knock on the door. Lisa looked through the peephole, but there was nothing outside the door. Just as she was thinking about it, the person outside suddenly said, "Is Tamra here?" "No, we already told you there is no Tamra here." At this point, the person fell silent again. After waiting for a long time, there was still no response from outside. Lisa thought the person had left, so she looked through the peephole. Lisa was a little scared. The mysterious woman was still standing at the door. Scared, she looked the door. When she looked again, the person was gone. Thinking the woman had left, Lisa finally breathed a sigh of relief, but she didn't notice a shadow passing behind her. When Lisa returned to the sofa, she found that the phone on the table was gone. After searching, she found the phone on the liquor cabinet. Lisa thought she was just too nervous. To relieve her tension, she went to the bathroom to wash up. However, while she was showering, a masked man was staring at her from outside. Lisa seemed to sense the gaze. When she turned her head, the area was empty, but as Lisa was drying her hair, the entire house suddenly lost power. The surroundings plunged into darkness. Lisa used the light from her phone to go to the main power switch. In her fear, the phone accidentally fell. She just picked up her phone. Lisa screamed in fear and hurried upstairs to hide in the wardrobe. She was trembling with fear, thinking that the person was a burglar. She dared not make a sound, but after a while, the person approached. Frightened, Lisa fell into despair. At that moment, the doorknob turned. It turned out to be her boyfriend returning home. Lisa told her boyfriend everything that had happened. Seeing Lisa's frightened expression, Jack could only comfort her. Now they needed to restore the power. Jack reset the switch, and the room was once again filled with light, but there was no one around. At this point, Lisa described the masked man's features and where he had appeared. Jack looked in the direction she pointed and suddenly understood everything. It turned out that there was a painting hanging on the wall. Jack suspected that Lisa had hallucinated and mistaken the painting for the masked man. But just then, there was another knock at the door. Fed up with the constant disturbance, Jack angrily opened the door. There stood the strange woman again, staring intently at the two of them. Jack, enraged, chased after her, but when he got close, she ran away.